Your presence makes this event even more special, and I'm very much grateful to have each and every one of you here. Today we have come here together to witness the 8th National Techno Exhibition, whose motto is to inspire, aspire, and achieve. The Project Expo creates a platform for the participants to reveal their acquired knowledge and experience. We gathered immense response from all the participants across the nation and received a total number of projects rising to 200 counts, wherein we received projects from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra, and much more projects belonging to Karnataka state. The projects were segregated based on various themes relating to various fields such as artificial intelligence, data science and blockchain, cyber security, smart technology, electric vehicle technology, sustainable technologies, smart materials, renewable energy, drone technology, IoT and its application, infrastructure development, innovative healthcare systems, and innovative projects for social relevance. The winners of this exhibition are rewarded with the cash prizes of rupees 1,50,000 and 25,000 for the first, second, and third places respectively. I request all the registered participants to be present inside the auditorium, except any one member who can be near the stall to monitor it. We can expect our guests in a short while. Kindly occupy the seats.
Request all the dignitaries to kindly take the seats on the dais. Good morning, everybody. Respected dignitaries on dais, honorable chief guest, eminent professors, staff, all participants from Dr.AIT, and participants from other colleges gathered here. Myself, Mary J., working as assistant professor in Department of Civil Engineering, Dr.AIT. It is my privilege and honor to extend a warm welcome with great joy and immense exultation to all present here for the 8th National Techno Exhibition 2020. organizing the 8th National Techno Exhibition on the eve of 133rd birthday celebration of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is to provide a platform to unleash the potential of students, showcasing the innovative projects developed in industry-defined and user-defined problems. In today's fast-paced digital world, technological exhibitions have become a vital platform for showcasing the latest advancements, innovations, and trends in the tech industry. Professionals, enthusiasts, and general public to gather insights and exchange ideas. The expected outcome of the exhibition is to depict the higher level assurance of the students' aptitude in various stages.
The Preamble to the Constitution of India presents the principles of the Constitution and serves as a symbolic expression of the ideals and aspirations that the Constitution of a country to achieve. Let us take a moment to reflect upon the foundation of our nation. I invite you all to join with conviction and purpose. Extend your right hand, stand tall, and let's commit to our pledge for the recitation of the Preamble of the Constitution of India, reminding ourselves of the ethos that we adapt. I request our Honorable Chairman, Shri S. Mariswamy Sir, to recite the Preamble of the Constitution of India.
Please raise your hands and repeat after me. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Please lower your hands. Thank you.
I thank Honorable Chairman Sir for the inspiring recitation of Preamble of the Constitution. Now, to set the tone for the day, let us immerse ourselves in the soulful invocation song, Karunalu Ba Velake, Musukidi Mabbinali, by Shruti, 4th semester student from CS department.
ಕರುನಾಡು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದಿ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕರುನಾಡು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದಿ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಇರುಳು ಕತ್ತಲೆಯಗವಿ ಮನೆ ದೂರ ಕನಿಗರಿಸಿ ಇರುಳು ಕತ್ತಲೆಯಗವಿ ಮನೆ ದೂರ ನಡೆಸಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದಿ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದಿ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಓಂ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्यो मा अमृतन्तमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you.
Thanking Shruti for the soulful invocation song. As we move forward, it is my pleasure to introduce the guiding force behind this institution, the principal, Dr. C. Nanjundaswamy, who will now deliver the welcome address and introduce our distinguished dignitaries.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Good morning everyone. Dr. S.D. Sudarshan, the Executive Director, Center for Developing Advanced Computing, Shri S. Mariswamy, Chairman Panchajanya Vidya Peeta Welfare Trust, Shri S. Shimalu, Managing Trustee, Secretary Panchajanya Vidya Peeta Welfare Trust, Dr. M. Mahadeva, Honorable Treasurer, VP Welfare Trust, Dr. B. N. Umesh, Trustee, Panchajanya Vidya Peeta Welfare Trust, Professor L. Patnaik, Senior Research Advisor, Dr. N. C. Shiprakash, Mentor, Dr.AIT, Dr. Sidraju, Vice Principal, Dr. K. N. Anuradha, Dean Academics, Deans of various portfolios of our institute, Heads of the Department, Faculty and staff of Dr.AIT, dear participants of 8th National Techno Exhibition, students, invitees, all the faculty and staff members of sister institutions of Dr.AIT, and friends from press and media, respectful juries. I consider it to be a great honor to welcome the whole August gathering for the 8th National Techno Exhibition 2024, organized at this esteemed institution. Being the principal of this prestigious institute, I take the privilege to introduce the distinguished guest, Dr. S.D. Sudarshan, Executive Director, CDAC. Dr. Seethu D. Sudarshan, presently working as Executive Director, CDAC, Bangalore, is an accomplished researcher with over 3 decades of experience in India as well as at the United States of America, and a wide expertise in various technology domains. Prior to his position at CDAC, Dr. Sudarshan was associated with ABB, Corporate Research, the United States Food and Drug Administration, Central Research Laboratory, Bharat Electronics Limited, Electronics Research and Development Center of India, Center for Electronics Design and Technology of India. Dr. Sudarshan has been honored with prestigious awards including US FDA, Outstanding Service Award, Outstanding PhD Graduate Student Award, Trailblazer Award at ABB. He is actively involved in academic and professional activities. Dr. Sudarshan completed his PhD from University of Arkansas at Little Rock, USA, and is a fellow of IETE and senior member IEEE. He has, to his credit, more than 100 technical research papers and 8 patents, 3 are granted. He is an associate editor of Sadhana Journal. Dr. Sudarshan has successfully delivered technology solutions covering industrial automation, cybersecurity, engineering, digitization, healthcare, sports, news automation, to name a few. Currently he is focused on inclusive education, quantum technologies, and digital trust. He has diverse technical and domain experience. He is active with professional bodies like IEEE, ACM, and IETE, and involved in various standards related activities at IEC, ISO, Bureau of Indian Standards, and various committees as well as task forces. We feel highly privileged to have him as a chief guest for our 8th National Techno exhibition. On behalf of the management and all of you, I extend my wholehearted welcome to Dr. Sudarshan and humbly request our Honorable Chairman and the dignitaries to join for felicitation to Dr. Sudarshan. Thank you, sir. Friends, we have highly revered personalities who are adjudicating our Young Engineers project that are exhibited in our today's demonstration. They are headed by Professor L.M. Patnaik as the chief judge for all themes of projects. He is an adjunct professor at NISA, senior scientist IAS Bangalore, and former vice chancellor Defense Institute Advanced Technologies and senior research advisor to Dr.AIT. I welcome you, sir. I would request my colleague to welcome him with a bouquet. We have Dr. P. Sampath Kumaran, ex-Joint Director, CPRI Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. We have HR Girish, CEO and MD Girish Ventures Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. We have RC Ansda, former professor IAS Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. We have Dr. Jayavardhana Gubbi, Principal Scientist, TCS Research, Bangalore for IT branches. We have Ramesh Naidu, Levite, Scientist F from CDAC, Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. persistently supports us in all our activities. I welcome you, sir, with lots of reverence for today's celebrations. Our secretary, Sri Yash Shimalu, sir, another elderly person who advises always us in carrying out such developmental activities and academic activities. I welcome you, sir. Dr. M. Mahadeva, sir, our beloved treasurer, is an academic personality who is very active and dynamic in all our activities. I welcome you, sir. Dr. B. N. Umesh, a young and energetic person who helps us in developing the institution. I welcome you, sir. Our academic mentor, Dr. N.C. Shiprakash, always advises us in all aspects of academic activities. I welcome you, sir. On the dais, we have our Vice Principal, Dr. Siddharaju. He is supportive in all activities of the college. I welcome you. Dr. Anuradha, Madam, Dean Academics. I welcome you, Madam. On the audience, we have students from different states and regions. I welcome all of them for this National Techno exhibition. Their hard work and achievement has been the reason for today's gaiety. I welcome them to participate and carry good memories from our institution. I welcome all the faculty and staff and students of our sister institution of Panchajanya Vidya Peeta Welfare Trust. We have friends from press and media. I wholeheartedly welcome all of them. The faculty and students of Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology who have continuously worked to make this event a successful one. I welcome all of them. I welcome all other invitees with a good heart for this festivity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, respected Principal, sir, for welcoming the gathering. Now I welcome our beloved Dr. C. Nanjun-Swami, sir, Principal of Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology, for this occasion with a bouquet as a token of gratitude. There is a Sanskrit shloka saying, Shubham karoti kalyanam, arogyam dana sampadaha, shatru buddhi vinashaya, deepam jyoti namostute. Meaning, salutation to the light of lamp, which brings auspiciousness, health, and prosperity, and destroys inimical feelings. Now, I invite all the dignitaries on the dais to inaugurate this occasion by lighting the lamp.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं
Thanking all the dignitaries for inaugurating the event. Let us now hear a brief note about the 8th National Techno Exhibition by our convener, Dr. B. Shivakumar, Dean, Planning and Development. We welcome you, sir.
So good morning, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure in standing in front of this elite young talent crowd for this Techno exhibition. This is the 8th Techno exhibition conducted by Dr.AIT. I'll go back into the history of Techno exhibition, where we started in the year 2015. And right from that year, we have been continuing this Techno exhibition event, apart from the COVID break. So before going into the areas where we concentrated on this, the main intention of conducting this Techno exhibition is to bring all the young talents into a common platform to share their knowledge, to exchange their ideas. So that is the main intention, and that main motto came from our management. So I would like to thank our management on behalf of all the young talents assembled here, as well as our colleagues and student friends. Let me thank right from chairman, secretary, treasurer, and all trustees who have guided us and funded us. They have funded a lot for this Techno exhibition. And the main idea of their concept is to have good technical knowledge gained by all the students of our institute, and to implement the concept which has been on today's scenario. So based on that, we have framed the themes into 12 themes, right from AI, cyber security, EV technology, sustainable technology, smart materials. Likewise, we have, and today's scenario, we have two important things to keep in mind. One is AI, blockchain and data science, and another one is healthcare system. So as the theme we concentrated, as per the guidance of our research advisor, we have got more number of papers on these two categories. Almost 45 on AI category, IoT, and other healthcare system we got 20. So overall, we have got a paper collection of 148 projects. We have selected from the total received of 200. So we have made into 12 themes, and certain themes have been grouped such that it will be easy for the juries to evaluate the project. So I once again thank all the participants who are assembled here and their contribution for the success of this Techno exhibition. And I also wish you advance good luck, and winner is here only. We'll be knowing on the end of the day. So, but the presentation will be given the first prize, second prize, and third prize as declared 1,50,025, which is the highest amount, sir. I have done a lot of Google search, and I found that only our college has given the highest prize of 1 lakh throughout India. So it means a lot to be said as a national level Techno exhibition, and we are pride of our management as well as our institute and PVP Welfare Trust. I'd like to congratulate all the participants assembled here and make use of this platform to exchange knowledge, get connected with the jury, get your feedback. And one important news based on the survey we have done for the last 7 Techno exhibition is, out of the prize winners, we had given 21 prize winners of the 7, and 10 have already started their own startups. So that is one of the greatest advantage and the purpose of this outcome of the Techno exhibition. And 8 have started their own manufacturing industry, and 3 have gone into patent filing and higher studies. Those awardees, I'm talking about the awardees for the last 7 sessions. So this year also it should be extended, and we have got more number of papers this time. That's the highest, 148 entries have come after review. And I congratulate all the selected teammates, and I wish them good luck and make use of this platform. Thank you.
I thank convener Dr. B. Shukumar sir for giving precise brief note on National Techno exhibition. Now, with respect, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to release 8th National Techno Compendium. I request all the audience to give a big round of applause.
Requesting all the audience to provide a huge round of applause. Thanking all the dignitaries for releasing of the compendium. Our journey into the heart of the celebration continues with the inaugural address by our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. S.D. Sudarshan, Executive Director, CDAC, Bangalore. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Namaste, Namaskara, good morning to all of you. Let's start with thanking the trust, PVP Trust, which has actually thought about creating an institution to ensure the right to education for all in an inclusive manner, and ably led by our Chairman Trust, Marisamy sir, and along with him we have the Managing Trustee, Treasurer, and the other two trustees here, and we have Professor Patnaik, the Senior Research Advisor, but he is also, just like Dr. Ambedkar, one of the founding fathers of CDAC when we started, and it is he who said somebody from CDAC should come. So thank you so much, sir, for your love, affection, and the grandfatherly treatment, because grandparents are always more affectionate and more tolerant to the things we do as children. They enjoy our mischief rather than ridicule. And we also have our principal, sir. He, along with Dean, they did visit CDAC. We spent some time together. It was very good. Thank you, sir, for all the introduction, welcome address. We also have mentor, sir, and the Dean Academic Madam, and so many stalwarts who are juries, and all the learned faculty, innovative students, and those who are taking photographs, and the organizing team. Thank you all for a wonderful day. So democracy is running because of the Constitution, and we are in the midst of celebrating the democracy, which is election. So many of you here will be first-time voters, so do not miss this opportunity. Do cast your vote. A sincere request from an Indian citizen and your colleague. And when I came here, and when the principal sir also spoke with me, you focus a lot on AI, ML, IoT, all the recent things. I was told by managing trustee that the LAMP, remote control, was done by the students of the institute in 2012. IoT was not that popular, so I would like to personally congratulate the institution for taking such a lead and doing something very different. Since we talk of AI, ML nowadays, and we are talking of something, the statue of Buddha that was given to me, I suddenly thought there is a good correlation. In Buddhism, there is a thing called Chanabhangavadam. Means we live by the moment. So the previous moment is something gone, bygone. Don't harp on it. So in AML today, all these so-called non-performance or wrong performance, most of the mathematicians trace it to something called a bias. Bias in the data, bias in the model. So if you truly follow a Chanabhangavadam, you take the experience, don't get biased. Because the past may reflect future, but not necessary. It should be objectively done. So to that extent, we can see sometimes it is important not to harp on the past, previous data or biased data. So one has to judiciously choose what to take, what not to take. So there are lessons to be learned from there also. But today, maybe in the next 10 minutes, I'll touch on a couple of points which may be relevant. So I'll start with something we do at CDAC. At CDAC Bangalore, we are having a supercomputer. It's called Param Utkarsh. And when India started the supercomputing journey in '88, this is the story probably Dr. Patnaik may tell better, but now I have the stage, so I will share on his behalf. India was trying to buy a supercomputer in 1988. The cost at the time was roughly 150 crores in 1988, when the salaries were in 10 rupees, 20 rupees a month. Now you can compare what is the scale difference. And they were not available in the market. Very few suppliers were there. When the order was placed, it was supposed to be supplied in 3 years' time. It will be built for you and then it will be delivered. 3 years after paying 150 crores. And the company accepted. Then the US government at that time, they had two thought processes about India. First thing was, India does not need a supercomputer. We are a very underdeveloped country. We don't need that kind of high-tech gadget. So it need not be given to India. You cannot sell, the company was told. The other reason told was more challenging. It hits us hard. They said Indians are not capable of using a supercomputer. No, it's a professional pride, right? You cannot say, I am an engineer, I cannot do something. It hurts you. So, the government of India called the brilliant scientists of that time and then threw a challenge, saying that, look, we have 150 crores earmarked for you. Purpose is to get a computer, these are the specifications. Whatever was PO, purchase order copy is there. It was marked to one company in US. If I strike down that and put your name on it, instead of buying, can you build a supercomputer with the same purchase order for the same cost, same duration? It's like saying that instead of a 60 lakh BMW, you build a BMW at 60 lakhs instead of buying. Typically, people say building takes 100 to 1,000 times more costly than a piece, buying. But that was the challenge thrown. So people like Dr. Bhatkar, Professor Patnaik right here, they all took the challenge. And then, not 3 years, but in 2.5 years, the original chip was not available. That is also US import. So they had to find an alternate. So instead of a processor, they found something that can do a similar thing called a transputer from Germany, who was ready to give the chip. So a complete system was built called Param. Param in Indian languages has a context, but it was also an acronym for parallel machine, Param. In 2.5 years, a supercomputer was built in India, which was denied. Who said India cannot even use a computer? We built it, and CDAC was born, thanks to Professor Pattayak and everyone. So it's a homage, humble time, and we just celebrated our 37th Foundation Day 2 days back, 9th of this month. Now, having said that, when somebody says you cannot use it, you build it. After building, still you have to show that it is usable, it has value, right? Why did you invest 150 crores? What is the return on investment to the country? Many of you are probably young here, but as a child, I always liked hearing stories to go to sleep. So I will add one more small story, which many of us here on the dais and many of the audience who are senior here will understand. In 2000 era, 1905, 2000 and all, if you all know, there was a famous cartoonist, R.K. Lakshman. He will draw cartoons. So one of the cartoons normally used to say, "Why are you carrying your umbrella today?" Then the dialogue will be, "Today the weatherman said it is not going to rain." So what will happen will be opposite of what is predicted. It was kind of a joke those days. We never trust the weatherman. The reality is, those days, weather requires a lot of data about cloud movement, moisture, the evaporation, local conditions. That requires many sensors, satellites, radars, hot air balloons, maybe 2 kilometers above the Earth's surface and all. Because you need to know what the conditions are to predict whether it will rain or not. And we had very few sensors, very few satellites. So obviously I don't have the data, I have very few data. By looking at just the 3 points, I have to predict there will be a traffic jam or not. So it was just a partial guesswork. So the probability or confidence level, as they call them, it was very low. Then the second part was the software that was actually doing the weather prediction. It is a complicated one. And that was not built in India. We were using a software that came from the Europeans and Americans. And all of us here know, but the Indian season, the monsoon season, is due to air circulation, as they call atmospheric disturbances and so on. They are basically coming from two things that are based on the equator. We have an equator, so we have a northeast monsoon, then it retreats into southwest. That is based on the seashore and the equator. Neither the Europeans nor Americas, they are on the equator. They are near the pole. So their model was based on polar wind. Because they are close to the pole, the temperature there, summer is 1 day, 6 months almost. Day is very long. In winter, sunlight does not come for a long, long time. If you go to Finland, in December, day is 30 minutes. 23 and hours and half is dark. So the wind conditions and temperature differences are very different. So we have that model to predict Indian weather with Indians data. So obviously it will not be right. So then Government of India decided building the whole software is complex, time consuming, but what is causing the problem was identified, that the wind pattern, polar wind versus equator based wind, that was found. Then we embarked on something called a monsoon mission. So the purpose was only to put a model that will predict the air circulation, and along with that the cloud movement. They are correlated. And it was the Ministry of Earth Science, the Weather Department, CDAC, bunch of scientists, engineers got together. They did some nice modeling. And that time again, it was not a small investment. It costed roughly 5,000 crores. And once again, one will think, does India deserve to spend 5,000 crore on a software development for a country where we are trying to meet ends? Then research outcomes are seen only later. You cannot see on day zero. After the monsoon mission was over, the software got updated with this plugin. I can say one simple example today. When I was in school, All India Radio will announce there is a cyclone. They will warn you not to go close, it will cross. They will start from Karaikal, Nagapattinam, Pondicherry in one side in November, Diwali time, all the way up to Vizag. Almost 200, 350 kilometer range they will tell, the cyclone may cross, don't do anything in that area. In reality, now today you all know cyclone crosses in a small part of 5 to 15 kilometers, at best 100 kilometer impact. That too side effect included. So now all the remaining where the cyclone did not cross, after 2 seasons they tell it does not happen. It is like, tiger coming, that story. Because in the entire range it will cross. But instead of 15 kilometers, I am predicting almost 150 to 200 kilometers. So 90% people have taken precaution for no reason. And if they don't take, and by chance it crosses there is a problem. So those days, after every cyclone, we used to read newspaper about the destruction, loss of life, loss of property, cattle, poultry, human life lost. After this model is introduced, you all today know, very rarely you see about death. Whenever there is a cyclone, Odisha, the DRF, state and national NDRF, they are deployed near 5 villages or 10 villages where it is likely to cross. Nobody else is threatened that likely to cross. And we don't see that much loss of life nowadays. And again, saying this, people will question, don't tell stories. So there was actually a study done before the software changed and after it was done. What is the net impact on economy for cyclones? After the software was updated, it's a published record that in less than 10 years, our country saved more than 50,000 crores against loss of property alone by being better prepared and forecasting in a pinpointed way. That is the kind of return a supercomputer and a proper modeled software they can do for the country. So 5,000 crore gave 50,000 crore, this is a number. They are not including the cost of lives that are saved. Human life, whatever number you put, that is a bonus. And the software is still continuing to deliver. So when you have a supercomputer, the GDP of the country is related to the amount of computing power, because the kind of problem you can solve is very different. If you talk to how many of you have seen the movie Vaccine War? Vaccine War. No students. If not, please go and see. How did India develop the vaccine and how it was modeled? It was done again in Pune, NIV, National Institute of Virology. They used a supercomputer to model this particular sequencing. All the genome sequencing, molecular modeling, it is all done using supercomputers. So if India has won the vaccine war, supercomputers are one of the reasons. So how GDP gets impacted, which you may not see, is because of availability of supercomputers. So till 5 years before, all these were given to IITs and top scientific institutions, because we need the right manpower to use it. But 2021, the Paramudkars at CDAC Bangalore was given. That was the first system officially earmarked for Tier 2, Tier 3 educational institutions and startups and MSMEs to use. So you are all welcome to use, and you are all tech startups. Already it was told that every time the winner becomes a startup. So you are welcome to use the supercomputer available at CDAC Bangalore. It is called Paramudkars. As I speak, CDAC Bangalore is currently in the building a 20 petaflop supercomputer that will be India's largest, which will be inaugurated in less than a year's time. It is currently under construction. So we can be proud of saying that India's best supercomputer is in Bangalore. Currently also we have 3 petaflop ones. One of them is in IAC. So we are already number 1 in terms of having a supercomputer at IAC. But once 20 petaflop comes, that will be the number 1, the best in the country very soon. So that is one. The other area, when I was talking to Chairman Sir, he was particularly inquiring about quantum. Professor also inquired about it. CDAC Bangalore has the largest quantum team. So any of you are interested in quantum technologies, do approach us. We are looking for people who understand anything in quantum. You don't have to be a master, you come and learn with us. It's an emerging area. You are welcome to request. Maybe we can start with an internship or a mentored project. If somebody thinks it is very complicated, you can start with, today even a school-going child knows Python programming. If you know Python programming, you can start quantum simulator. It is as simple as that. Details will emerge as you go in detail, but you can start without any problem. So to that extent, quantum is one area where we are already there. There are other areas. Maybe you do an industrial visit to CDAC, we can spend time on that. But to come back to our core story, all this innovation that we are talking about, few things are important. First of all, whatever you do, it should be reaching a technology readiness level. If you don't know, please go and check. There is something called the TRL, technology readiness level. If you show it in a lab working, we are probably at TRL 5 or 6 in terms of the number. If somebody has to hit the market, it should be TRL 8. So whatever you do, if your project, your initiative is not giving TRL 7 or 8, it is not going to take the country economically forward, because without economy, there is no investment. So it's a dependent cycle. So if your future has to be there, whatever you do, take it to higher TRL levels. Please do not stop at just it is working in lab good enough. No. That is one part. Second, currently, I can say with a lot of conviction, all our AI, ML, computer science, cyber security, IoT, blockchain, we are all doing excellent programming. But all this programming that we do is underutilizing what we have. Because today, the cell phone that you are carrying, they all have 4 processors, quad core. Sometimes they are 8. But the code that you are writing is single threaded or single core. It just runs sequentially. So what we are saying is I have a 8-way high lane, but I will use only 1 lane to travel, and then I will say there is traffic jam. Remaining 7 are idle. So today, I do not see a laptop or desktop which is not dual quad core, 8 cores minimum. So your code has to be written in parallel. Irrespective of which branch you belong to, you have to program today. If you write your code serially or sequentially, it will all be underperforming, underutilizing. It will take longer time. So if there is one thing you want to take away today is try to do parallel programming and reach to TRL 7 and 8 with whatever you are doing. Then your productivity will be 80x and return on investment will be 8000x. That is what you will get. And those who are interested in getting some kind of finishing school or industrial experience, CDAC Bangalore does have some programs. We have a 6-month program on parallel programming, which is free for 4 category of students: SC, ST, women as gender, and economically weaker section. If you belong to any one of the category, the entire course is free. And stipend of 10,000 rupees per month will be paid. Government of India is having such a scheme, and it is running at Bangalore and Pune. Please apply. It is also published in the AICT website. In case if you think you may not be reaching, look at the AICT website. Do apply. Take full benefit of it till the scheme is there. Similarly, those who are interested in IoT, we have a blended learning program which you can do online along with IEEE. If you go to IEEE directly, it is roughly 35,000 rupees in Indian rupees. It is available all over the world. But if you come through CDAC Bangalore, it is only 9,000 rupees. And you will get a certificate which is both IEEE and CDAC signed, PG diploma. So it is internationally recognized, and the Indian CDAC logo is also there. So that is also available for any of you. And again, I encourage all of you to make use of the kind of opportunities we have. There are many more. Maybe we'll communicate through your principal, sir. And so with that, I have already exceeded 7 minutes of my time. So I'll stop here. There are many more stories I normally like to share. But aware of your times, I sincerely thank all of you for being here on a weekend. And I must congratulate the Institute and the Trust, because celebrating something that is related to society, that is Dr. Ambedkar's vision, connecting with technology and running a Techno exhibition and sponsoring prizes to take the country forward to a digitally powerful economy. That is the kind of collaboration, that is the kind of interdisciplinary activities that we need to carry out. And it's indeed a humbling experience to see this connection happening, because I myself did not study in English medium in schools. So I struggle speaking in English. You are all witness here also. But still, nothing stops us if we have a will. And if we collaborate, we talk to each other and we work together. So once again, I wish you all the best. from the bottom of our heart. Do collaborate and join hands with CDAC also. And I will thank Professor Patnaik, Principal, and the entire trustees here for honoring us and having us on stage. Thank you so much. All the best.
I thank today's chief guest, Dr. S.T. Sudarshan, for enlightening all the participants here. Now I invite Dr. L.M. Patnaik, Senior Research Advisor, Dr.AIT, to address the gathering.
Good morning. Chief guest of the day, Dr. Sudarshan, ED of CDAC. Chairman, Sri Mariswamy sir, Secretary, Sri Swemalu, Treasurer, Professor Mahadev, Trustee Dr. Umesh, other dignitaries, mentor, principal, vice principal, deans, HODs, faculty members, young student friends, and the participants in the tech exhibition. At the outset, I would like to congratulate once again Dr.AIT for organizing this event. It has been a pleasure for me to be a part of the jury over the years. Normally, most of the private institutions, when they get into this type of activity, they always think about ROI, return on investment. Dr.AIT has never been worried about this, spending a lot of money every year, year after year, to organize this, have these stalls, invite the jury members, and provide free food accommodation to the participating students who come from all over the country. So it has been a wonderful experience, true to the spirit of Dr. Ambedkar, who stood for education. So a day prior to that, they organized this event. I would like to congratulate the management, the organizers, the faculty members for organizing this event, because this inculcates a spirit of building something on your own, getting it recognized by expert members, and get some feedback. And it has been a wonderful experience. As was mentioned, some of them have gone into startups. Dr. Sudarshan was mentioning about CDAC when this question came, whom we should invite as chief guest. The uppermost came into my mind was the ED of CDAC, because CDAC experience has been something unique in this country, not many people know. As he put the challenge, the government of India said, because we have got sanctions, US government says you can't get a supercomputer, and CDAC came up, says we will build the country's first supercomputer in 1988. Okay, I know the odds that to go through, because I served in the Governing Council and Steering Committee for 4 terms, and we had a tough time facing ministers like Pramod Mahajan in Parliament House, where the questions will be, what is the return of investment? Why should government spend so much of money? What will you get out of it? There were a lot of questions, problems, and on one side, this was the problem, and retaining engineers was a problem, because the IT industry used to grab all of them. It is a hot technology, new technology, and Intel would grab them, IBM would grab them. There was a tough problem. So CDAC withstood all these things. Today, the country is proud that we are among the top countries of the world that we have built a supercomputer, which is recognized among the first, sometimes 500, 100, 200 they talk about. It is not only supercomputing, as Dr. Sudarshan was mentioning, there into almost all areas, applications of agriculture, telecom, energy, now they are talking about security, quantum computing. So it's a good opportunity for our students and faculty members to spend some time there and get exposed. This is one example where a partially funded government institutes might fund something, but they earn their own money also. They have done a reasonably good job, I would say excellent progress. I have been involved with 3 institutions in the country from the beginning stage: National Brain Research Center in Manesar, CDAC, and the other one in DIIT in Pune. I'm always proud of CDAC, the type of work they have been doing and the revenue they have been earning. So you should make it a point to visit that institute. Coming back to our juries, I'm extremely grateful that we have 7, 8 of them. The principal read out their names, that Dr. Sampath Kumaran, Mr. Girish, Professor Hansda, Dr. Gubi, and Mr. Ramesh Naidu, Sri Kuvendra Kumar, Dr. Cyril Prasanraj. Few of them I have met on earlier occasions, so they have been kind enough to agree to come and spend today with us. It is always a pleasure for me to work with them, that too in a company of one of them who was my student and one who was a grand student, that is student, okay? So it is always good to learn from them and work with them. A few words to the participating students. Please do not leave your booths till you are asked to leave the booths, because the jury members may visit your booth once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Last year we had a bad experience. We had to call back some students because we had to have a relook at the demo. So please, for heaven's sake, do not leave the booths till you are asked to leave. And another point is, make sure that a jury member has visited your booth. There are volunteers around with something like this. Okay, you can always catch hold of them, or a jury member say that no jury member has visited our booth. So it is mandatory that on the part of the jury members that they should visit. We have 6, 7 of them. The task is distributed. They will go around, find out the best entries in each of the disciplines, then again visit through. All of them visit the shortlisted entries. So it is quite a bit of involved work. After you get out of this function, go to your individual booths. After the inauguration, the jury members will come, but make sure that some jury member visits your stall, and please wait that till you are asked to go, because you don't know who is winning the first, second, third prize, okay? It can be any one of you, okay? As was mentioned, there are about 140, 160, whatever it may be. The probability of winning the first prize, you can calculate 1 over what, okay? So never assume that you may not get and walk out. And when you make presentations, make sure that you talk something about what is the novel concept, what is its societal impact, some economic aspects, right? And you don't have to get nervous. It is not an examination. It is not an interview. It is just a discussion. They are trying to find out what you have done. It is a friendly interaction, brief interaction, that's all. You don't have to be concerned. That's all. I don't have to give a long lecture about technology. Dr. Sudarshan has given this one. We are running against time. Wish you all the best. Have a fun, great fun during this day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for all the thoughtful words and sharing the views on various aspects of the Techno exhibition and the very purpose of conducting it. Let us call upon the stage the mentor who shape our academic journey. I request Dr. N.C. Shiv Prakash, mentor, to address the gathering.
Good morning. I don't want to stand between you and the exhibition. We're all eager to go visit and learn. Dr. Patnaik said, I think grandchildren will tell us more than our own children or ourselves what we learn. First, I congratulate the management for sustaining for last 8 years. Sustenance is very difficult. We thought that it will die after COVID. I think after COVID means COVID, create opportunity for victory in disasters. Dr.AIT has done that. Give them a round of applause. And it is not a small job. 150, see, these days exhibitions conducting is not an easy task. I'm very happy to learn from the convener that many projects have been converted into products and then eventually some patents, startups and so on. So today's buzzword is pride. Be pride. Pride means P for promotion of research, innovation, design and entrepreneurship. I think most of the young ones who are sitting here, don't look for any government job. Try to become an entrepreneur. I think this is the very beginning. Don't be afraid of conveying your thoughts, concepts. And all of you may not get first prize, but all of you are winner today having participated at Dr.AIT. I'm sure that all of you will learn at the end of the day, and I wish this event a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Now I invite Dr. B.N. Umesh, Honorable Trustee, PVP Welfare Trust, to address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest, Sudarshan Ji, Chairman, Secretary, Treasurer, Advisor, Patnaik Sir, and Mentor, Principal, Vice Principal, Professors, and my dear students and media and judges of today's event. I would like to extend my heartiest welcome to all the participants in this 8th National Techno Exhibition 2024. We have students participating in this exhibition from across the state and the country to showcase their technical skills. We know that the technology landscape is changing leaps and bounds. This exhibition of this kind will go along in keeping us upgraded and up to date with innovation. I wish each participant best of luck in showcasing their technical skills and contribute to ever-changing technology landscape. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I invite Dr. M. Mahadeva, Honorable Treasurer, PVP Welfare Trust, to address the gathering.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my dear friends. What a wonderful day it turned out to be today. When we conceived the idea of celebrating the technical exhibition as part of the celebration of the birth centenary of Dr. Ambedkar, at least we never thought that the response to this celebration, we call it, Dr. Sudarshan, Ambedkar Abba. It is not just a celebration like you see everywhere. Having named after this institution, Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology, in the management we thought that we must celebrate this particular festival in a very befitting manner, should be beneficial to the young generation, youngsters who are sitting here, and at the same time, social obligation and the great respect that we express every now and then to the great soul of Dr. Ambedkar, who has emancipated most of us, not just scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, most of the Indians from all the clutches of slavery. So, when I was going through the manual that was given to us, I was so happy. The number of participants, particularly young students, have taken a leap. I must say this, when we have started, as NCS has mentioned, Shivprakash has mentioned, we had the question of sustaining this particular activity. It's because of the wholehearted support given by the management every year. And I don't think we take any other activity with this much of seriousness. And the backdoor arrangements starts minimum 2 months before the celebration of this particular event every year. Number one. And number two, sustaining the interest is another aspect. Because once you celebrate a particular festival or once you wear a new cloth, you hardly have any interest to wear the same cloth in the next festival. So renewing the interest was also very, very important to us, and for that I must be thankful to the management, particularly Sri Mariswamy and others, who have inbuilt that discipline. Being a police officer, he has made us to work like anything. ಅದನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೋ ನನಗಂತೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ವೆನ್ he cautioned us, we take it very seriously and then we try to do it. That's how. The large part of the success of this celebration shall obviously go to the management and particularly in the leadership of Sri Mariswamy. Third, we have been celebrating it for last several years in Dr.AIT. At least we are celebrating the anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar, birth anniversary of Ambedkar, from so many decades. But the degree of penetration of understanding Dr. Ambedkar by every person of this country, by every nook and corner, has not taken place. Of course, there is lack of political will also. ನೀವು ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ನ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಭಯ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜಕೀಯಕ್ಕೂ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ನ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡವರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಂತೂ ಕೂರಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಈವನ್ ದಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸಿಡೆಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸುದರ್ಶನ್ ಅವರು. ವಾಟ್ ಎ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್. Many big brains like LMP were there behind that. No, but for their perseverance over a dream, perhaps SIDAC would not have been a reality today. Hope, Dr. Sudarshan, you agree with me. Similarly, if Dr. Ambedkar has not studied extensively the veracity of casteism, the cruelty of casteism of this country, perhaps he would not have given such a wonderful constitution to us. Therefore, and while doing that, he has never sacrificed any community or any individual. He has brought in everybody into the framework of the constitution. Perhaps, last year na ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇದೇ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದರೆ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ರು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೌ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್, ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಿಯಂಬಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಓದಿ ಅದನ್ನು. ಇವತ್ತು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಮನೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು. ಬಹುಶಃ ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮುಕ್ಕಾಲು ಭಾಗ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ, ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ, ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೂ ಎಚ್ಚರವಾಗಿ ಇರುವಂಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಈ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಪೀಠಿಕೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಎ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಟು ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓತ್ ಆನ್ ಎವರಿ ಅಕೇಶನ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್, ಪರ್ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಕಲರ್ಫುಲ್ ಬಟ್ಟೆಗಳು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಂಥ ವಾತಾವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋವಂಥ ಯಾವ ಅರ್ಹತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಿತ್ತೋ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಜಾಗ ಅಂತೂ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ವಾಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ಕ್ರೂಯಲ್. ನಾಟ್ ದೆನ್, ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರೂಯಲ್. ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ದಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ. ಸುಸಂಸ್ಕೃತರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥಕೊಂಡು ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ಬಹುಶಃ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಪರಾಧಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇವತ್ತು ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕನಸು ಕಾಣೋದು ಭಾಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಕೊನೆ ಪಕ್ಷ ಈಗಲಾದರೂ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಓದುವಂಥ ಕನಸನ್ನು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾಣಿ. I don't know how many of you have followed the debate over the procurement or production right of Tesla. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ಟೆಸ್ಲಾ ಕಾರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಿ? It has been in the public domain for last 3 days. ಟೆಸ್ಲಾ ಕಾರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಿ? There was a move from Government of India to buy the right to produce Tesla in India, for which China is coming on the way. China says that India should not acquire that capacity. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸೀಡಾಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನಸು ಕಾಣದೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೂತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ, perhaps you would not have saved millions of people dying. You would not have sensitized in advance about various catastrophes that are taking place. ಭೂಕಂಪ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Today India is one of the advanced countries to have put in place, to put a road map to control the catastrophe like Bhukampa and other aspect. Thanks to those brains. Thanks to Dr. Sudarshan. We never knew this because there is hardly any technical write-up. There are technical write-up. There is hardly any write-up explaining the relevance of these institutions from the common man points of view, which is unfortunately the case. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಥರದ್ದೇನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡಿ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗಲಿಂದಾದರೂ ತಾವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡಿ, ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಚೈನಾ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಲಾ ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅದರ ಓನರನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಕೊಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಬಟ್ ದಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಟೆಸ್ಲಾ to market their product in India. Right? Similar was the case in the case of the Apple phone. Apple phone, when was it produced? It used to cost 1,25,000 rupees, 1,20,000 rupees. First one, because we used to get every piece of it from America or any other destination. But today, things have changed. The capacity was built to produce Apple phone in India in last 2 or 3 years. As a result of that, what happens? It has now become a common product. Everybody can afford to purchase it. 50 ಸಾವಿರಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು 60 ಸಾವಿರಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Look at every innovative activity, every investment related innovative activity from the perspective of its benefits that accrues to the society. Only then we make meaningful to all these celebrations. I take this opportunity, I am so happy. Many people have take part in the technical exhibition. I was so happy. There are more than 100 participants. More than 100 abstracts have been prepared. And as usual, we have the galaxy of judges invited from various institutions. We are happy, sir. We are grateful to you on behalf of the management for being part of this celebration. We are not celebrating to ourselves. We are celebrating for the purpose of the young brains and the young students. And you being the creams of this subject, we only want you to direct us as to how these people can go. And I don't think any misdeed will happen like it happened sometime before. But we have taken care of most of the thing as LMP has mentioned, and it's going to be a successful event. But lastly, I only request all of you, mere reading the preamble does not suffice your qualification, does not suffice for educational advancements. What you try to do is try to live up to each and every word of the preamble. So, I once again congratulate all of you to have taken part in the event, and I also take this opportunity to congratulate, to bring out the abstract in a very professional manner, thanks to LMP and then Professor N.C. Shivprakash. Under their guidance, it has taken a very good shape, and I look forward to have a beautiful feedback on that. And I wish you all the success for this celebration, and have a good day to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such wonderful words which inspired the audience. Our journey continues with Shri S. Shivamallu, Honorable Secretary, PVP Welfare Trust, to share his views and throw some light on this event. Welcome, sir.
Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, deans, professors, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to address you on this occasion. I would like to recall the history of starting this Techno exhibition. In 2015, probably February and January, we thought of celebrating Ambedkar's birthday in a different way, in an innovative way. So then we thought how to celebrate it. Normally, Ambedkar is known as a social scientist, as a politician, as a lawyer, but many do not know as to what is his contribution towards the technical field. When he was the member of the Executive Council of the British government, before we got the independence, which was governing our country, at that time he was given charge of irrigation, power, and so many other portfolios. He studied the Tennessee Valley project in America, and he wanted to replicate that in India. And that's how he conceived Damodar Valley project, Hirakud project, and then because of him, the Central Water Power Commission was set up. That is still working. And then again, his contribution towards electricity transmission and distribution is also well known. He set up what is now called the Central Electricity Authority. So we thought, with such a good name in technical field for Ambedkar, it is befitting to conduct a Techno exhibition in our technical institution named after him. So therefore, in 2015, April 14th, this exhibition was started. And the main purpose of starting this exhibition, apart from paying tributes to Dr. Ambedkar, was to enable the students of not only this institution, but also the institutions, the students from other institutions, to showcase their talent. Every student, irrespective of their merit, have got some or the other ideas. Even an ordinary student has got beautiful idea. If only an opportunity is given for him or her to express the talent will bloom. And participating in such technical exhibitions will generate ideas. And it is the ideas that change the world. If only human beings had not put their ideas into practice, probably we would not have come into this stage from being a caveman. From the caveman, human beings have come to the spaceman and AI man. Because nowadays, it is the artificial intelligence that has changed the world, and it is going to change the world. In fact, many people are afraid of the advancements in artificial intelligence. Recently, you must have seen Sam Altman, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Microsoft head, and many other brilliant people. They have said it is better to halt the progress in AI for some time, because it is causing so much of havoc. It is not only snatching away the jobs from not only blue-collar jobs, but also from doctors, writers, artists. Such creative jobs, the artificial intelligence is snatching away. It is substituting to all of them. Therefore, they are all afraid. In fact, recently I am told the European Union has passed an act to prevent and to regulate the artificial intelligence activity progress. If only it is not controlled, probably it will overtake the human beings and it will cause havoc. Because hitherto, all inventions and innovations that human beings have made are all controlled by the human beings. Take, for example, the deadliest weapon, that is nuclear bomb. The nuclear bomb doesn't know where to fall and where to explode. It is the human being who directs the bomb to fall in that particular place and explode. Whereas artificial intelligence is not like that. It is autonomous. Take, for example, a robot. It will not wait for the instructions of the human being. It can think itself. It can innovate. It can generate. And if only a gun is given to that, probably it will direct its gun to its own creator. That's the kind of danger that is lurking with the introduction of this artificial intelligence. Now, I am glad that many of the students have given articles and also made projects regarding the artificial intelligence, applying the artificial intelligence, but I don't know what is the level. And in fact, it is heartening to note that an attempt is being made. And then, if only this artificial intelligence and the quantum computer are combined, we will get what is called the artificial general intelligence. Artificial general intelligence is nothing but the intelligence equivalent to that of the human beings. That means to say, a robot built with artificial intelligence can overtake the human beings. That's the kind of danger. So this is the direction in which the students have been thinking. But now I would suggest, kindly see that how to prevent or stop the artificial intelligence from causing dangers to us, havoc to us. No doubt artificial intelligence has been very beneficial to the human being, particularly in the field of medical field. Nanobots, the size of 1 millimeter size bots, they are injecting medicine to cancer cells in the body. So the exact spot where the cancer cell is developing, there the medicine can be injected with the help of this bot using artificial intelligence. This is the kind of help that artificial intelligence is giving, but at the same time, it is very, very dangerous because it is autonomous. It thinks itself, it generates itself. The kind of chatbot you have seen, ChatGPT, GPT-4, GPT-5, all these technologies, they are giving answer to any of your questions in seconds. So that is the kind of development that is taking place in technology. And I am glad that 148 entries have been made in this Techno exhibition, and 148 projects have been projected. In fact, I am told 4 more projects could not be accommodated for want of space. So probably they would be accommodated, I am told, in some smaller partitions within the partition made in the stalls. And I congratulate all the faculty, deans, vice principal, principal, and the conveners of this Techno exhibition, who have taken a lot of pains in organizing this function. For the past about 2 months, they have been continuously working, and I appreciate and I congratulate them all. And finally, the student should know that whenever you think of any invention, you should keep in mind 3 things. The first thing is safety. Whatever you invent, it should be safe. The second thing is economy. The third thing is comfort. Safety, economy, and comfort. If only you keep these things in mind while designing, while innovating, or preparing any project, probably that will be most useful. Nowadays, there is a great demand for energy storage. A lot of innovation is required in this field. And we must think of utilizing the abundant solar energy in a big way, because it is the only energy which is not causing pollution. All other form of energy, be it fossil fuel or any other kind of fuel, they are causing pollution. But solar energy doesn't cause pollution. And the young mind should think of using the solar energy for storing and then utilizing as and when required. Because there is a weakness in solar energy, and that is, it will not be of help during the peak hours. So it is necessarily got to be stored. Therefore, my suggestion to young scientists and engineers is to see that the solar energy is utilized properly and stored. One more thing I would like to advise them is that you should think of the poor when you think of any invention or any product, because technology has been a servant of the rich, the powerful, and the ruling class. What is required now is that the technology should become the servant of the poor. And for that, it should be made
as cheap as possible. That's why I would suggest you to become Gandhian engineers. Think of innovations in a way Gandhi was thinking. You should make the innovation become affordable to the common man. There is no point in inventing a huge product which is not affordable to the common man, which is only affordable to the rich. Recently, and the students nowadays, as Dr. Patnaik was telling, we have to learn from them. They have got beautiful minds, they have got wonderful ideas, and if only you give your finger, they will follow you. That's the kind of intelligence they have got. I had recently an experience that, in fact, in our trust we were discussing, why not we introduce auto flush in the toilet? So therefore, I called our people, our students, and a professor from the computer science department, a few of them came, and I put before them, see, this is the idea. We want to introduce auto flush in our toilets. I will give you time up to 10th of April. By 10th of April, you should prepare a contraption that will help us use the toilet in an auto flush manner. Surprisingly, they came up with an idea before 8th of April, and they've already implemented it in one of the toilets. But I said this is only semi-final, because what I said was, when we approach the toilet should flush initially. And then after the tool is passed, when we come back, it should flush again. That has not been made possible. Only we have to put our hand so that the infrared ray recognizes and then flushes the toilet. They've already done that. If only such suggestions are given, those minds are ignited, I am sure they will create wonders. And coming back to the government's help, Dr. Sudarshan was telling, the government of India has been helping a lot in helping them innovate in the case of supercomputer, and probably even quantum computer is being prepared. But I am told China has already prepared a small capacity quantum computer, and it is in a very advanced stage. For that, the government support is required. Unfortunately, in India, we are lacking government support, particularly for R&D activity. For R&D activity, the government of India is spending at present only 0.7% of its GDP, whereas Israel is spending 4.28%. And South Korea is spending 2.7%. China is spending 2.7%. America is spending 2.8%. So when compared to all these countries, the government spending on research activity is very poor. Therefore, there is a need for the private persons to come forward. In fact, Elon Musk had funded the project of Neuralink, wherein he invented the brain-computer interfacing. He prepared a small chip which would be implanted in the brain, and that brain would interact with the computer. As a result, what had happened, a person who had been paralyzed was able to play chess using his thoughts. Only thoughts, by thoughts, he was playing chess, because he was unable to do it with his hands and legs, being a paralyzed person. So this is the kind of help that the technology is giving, and private persons, be it big or small, you should invest a little. Every engineer should think that, particularly faculty, whatever they earn, a little sum of money should be earmarked for R&D activity. If only that is done, probably our country would come forward. You remember how Britain became powerful, how other countries became powerful. It is because of technology. The Britishers invented a different kind of ship and gun. As a result, they could rule over the world. Similarly, with so much demographic dividend, India can also overtake other countries if only we pool our resources, particularly in research activity and technologically develop. And I hope this exhibition and similar activities would go a long way, and I hope all the students would take this opportunity and learn a lot. Participating in such techno exhibitions is very, very important, and seeing and observing the projects is very, very important. The prizes are limited. Only 3 prizes are there. Everybody will not be able to get, but everybody can get knowledge by participating in this exhibition. I wish you all once again a very good day today, and I wish all of you will gain a lot from this exhibition. Thank you very much.
I sincerely thank Shri S. Shivamallu, Honorable Secretary PVP Welfare Trust, for thoughtful words. Now, I invite Shri S. Mariswamy, Honorable Chairman PVP Welfare Trust, to give presidential address.
Dr. Sudarshan, chief guest of today's function, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I think everything that matters has been said by people who matter. I need very little to add. I don't have anything much to add. In fact, I only wish, we are already delayed, I wish people who have participated, the students who have participated, exhibited new ideas, must be very anxious to go through the jury and decision and all that. So I wish them well. Their participation is of great help for us. And it's a very wonderful opportunity, and they have taken it where, of course, as everyone stressed, going through a revolution in new ideas, new achievements, and I have no doubt it will continue for a long time to come. I wish you all well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for all the motivating words that you put forth the audience. Expressing our gratitude for the insights shared, I now invite the Vice Principal, Dr. Siddharaju, for the vote of thanks.
We are in time.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I deem it a great pleasure and privilege to propose vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. First and foremost, on behalf of Dr.AIT family, immensely thankful to our chief guest, Dr. S.T. Sudarshan, Chief Executive Director, CDAC, who, despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion. Thank you very much, sir. The very presence of our Honorable Chairman, Sri S. Mariswamy, in spite of his extremely busy schedule, is a reflection of the importance that is attached to the commitment of the institution to quality augmentation. We are all inspired by your gracious presence, sir. Thank you very much. I immensely thankful to our Honorable Secretary, Sri Sivamallu, for his seamless efforts put towards the organization of this event in all respect. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Treasurer, Dr. M. Mahadeva, who have been our motivator, imparting wisdom and knowledge to us and helps to nurture hidden talent. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to thank this opportunity to express our hearty thanks to in absentia, Sri A.R. Krishnamurthy, MLA Kollegal constituency, for his continuous support. Thank you, sir. I also extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Trustee, Dr. B.N. Umesh, sir. Thank you. I owe special gratitude to our senior advisor, Dr. L.M. Patnaik, and our mentor, Dr. N.C. Shivprakash, for their commitment to enhance the mutual cooperations in helping us for organizing this event in a grand manner. Thank you very much, sirs. I thank our principal, Dr. C. Nanjundaswamy, for his unstinted support and guidance for his function. Thank you very much, sir. Also thanks to our Dean Academic on this occasion. Thank you, madam. I immensely thanks to our juries presented here. I must thank each one of you. Thank you very much. I would also thanks to all our deans, HODs, teaching and non-teaching faculty, administrative officer, office staff who are contributed virtually to organize this event. I would also thanks to our sister institution staffs, students and education officers, principals of Polytechnic who are presented here. I thank all the distinguished participants who have participated today across the nation and accepting our invitation. I express grateful thanks to our sponsoring agencies, organizations who have contributed and donated generously. Thank you one and all. And I would like to thank, I would like to say that this event would not have been possible without the support and hard work of project engineer team, electrical engineer team, everyone. A big salute you all to make this event grand. Last but not least, my special thanks go to the members of the media for evincing interest in covering the event and all good arts who worked behind the screen. Thank you very much. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to recite national anthem. I request all the dignitaries on the dais and all the members present here to kindly raise as a token of respect to recite national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद।
We have a small announcement for the participants. I request all the participants to kindly listen to the announcements. Now there will be adjudication of the projects by the jury members led by Dr. L.M. Patnaik, Senior Research Supervisor, Dr.AIT. Hence, I request all the participants to kindly assemble near their respective stalls. I request all the coordinators and the volunteers of the Techno exhibition to monitor the event for the smooth conduction of the same. Requesting all the faculty and student fraternity and all the participants to visit all the projects as a token of encouragement. The lunch timings is from 1:30 p.m. onwards. Let us all meet post-lunch at the valedictory function followed by the prize distribution. The jury members are requested to kindly go to the Dean Academics office, sir.
Oh, it was good. Thank you. What is your name? Which department? Civil department. Yourself?